Alright fellas, my mower's looking a little squatted. Let's do something about it. Might need a little trimming. Let's see what we can do. So in order to fit these, we need to make an adapter. I'm thinking we measure and cut this out and transfer like that. Stick some lugs on, job done. Should measure it like this. Measure from one edge to the first edge. It'd be 110. So 4 by 110. Sounds good to me. I don't think she has much life left. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's go ahead and cut this right around here. Give us plenty extra. Well, that wasn't going nowhere near as fast as I thought it should, so we'll go ahead and take this tire off and cut it from the outside. Figure we could just cut this off. Probably make it much easier. Well, there's part of it. And once we get holes drilled, we'll just cut what we need, so no need in cutting the other half. If you're watching this, probably be interested in my brother's channel, rebuilding the Rincon, top to bottom. This video will be out soon. We'll sit right there. Close enough. Got another idea. Alright, here's an old junk wheel. Got bullet holes and all kinds of stuff. We'll get that and looks close. Should be the same bolt pattern. If not, we'll close is close enough. For a lawnmower. Give it a shot. So, as I suspected, we got 2 layers. So, I'm gonna clean up this, make it look halfway decent. Maybe put some tacks on it. We'll see what happens. Alright, it's a different day. It's kind of what I come up with. Some 7/16 bolts bolted into the hubs. Yeah, you could probably buy hubs on Amazon for next to nothing, but it was free. I had to kind of round off these nuts here because, you know, lug nuts have that taper to them. Didn't want to mess up these, not mine, so this should be fine. Get it slapped together and put on. You know what you really could do? Weld these bolts on the back side. It needs to...
Where's the impact?
It's fine. It's trying to push this out, that's why. So proof of concept. It works. Now let's see what it looks like. It might come off. It ain't been on there that long. That's why I got this. Don't pull them on the jack. Ooh! Damn, that's 50 pounds. Well, let me grab. What's full of water still? Full of water still?
Yeah. All right.
It's gonna need a little spacer on the inside, but obviously if we were gonna run those tires it'd be kind of weird, but like the fitment is so whack back here, bro. Look at this, look at how beefy she is. Kind of simple. All right, we'll get the other wheels on real quick. Let's see how this looks. Does it fit? Oh, so close. You're gonna have to trim more to get that one to fit. That's an inch bigger tire. Oh, you're coming off the back, buddy. Yeah. There it is. You got it sitting on there? Buddy, she needs a little trim, my guy. All the way around. A lot. But, 2-inch spacer. 2-inch spacer puts it where it needs to be. Put it where it needs to be, yeah, for sure.